Hello little buns, it is Steph. Welcome back to my home. I did a makeup tutorial a long time ago, actually I think before I started my transition, where I basically feminized my features, and this is my more recent take on that. This is a feminizing makeup tutorial, so this is ideal for trans women or people that are trans feminine or even like drag artists, people that just want to feminize their features. This is not necessarily a soft look. Obviously I have intense eye makeup on, but you can take the tips and tricks that I use and make it work for your own features, okay? So if you want to see how I went from this to this, then just keep on watching. So first things first, before we actually start the makeup, I want to let you know this is also a trial run for some of these new brushes that I picked up a few days ago. They're from a website called Vanity Planet. I've done some work with them before and I've liked everything that I've tried from them, so I thought I would try this brush set. It's cruelty-free, vegan, it's full, like there's a full set of brushes, and the handle, I like that it's a cute design. Like I like the wood, very unique, very artist kind of feeling. So I'm excited to try these out, and I'm going to be hopefully trying every single brush in this video. So just so you're aware of that, it's $100 normally, but I have a discount code for you, which I believe is Makeup Steph. A link in the description box, so you can get it actually for $30 instead of $100 if you're interested. But I'm gonna let you know my thoughts as we go through this tutorial so you can know, if I like these or not. The very first thing I'm going to do is my skin, right? So if I am shaping new features on top of my existing features, it's very important to get a full coverage. So I'm beginning with a primer. This is my favorite primer. It is called Le Blanc de Chanel. It is illuminating, which is great because it reflects a lot of light. I'm just using the flat foundation brush from that kit to apply my primer. The next thing I'm going to do is spot conceal redness. If you are like me, a trans girl with dark, coarse facial hair, you likely experience this situation, which is irritated red skin, bumps. So I am just going to be using a green concealer to lightly go over any of these spots that I'm experiencing. I also like to use it on top of acne, of course, as I just did on my forehead. Alternatively, you may also want to use orange to cover 5 o'clock shadow if that is your biggest concern in this area. And the brush I'm using for this is kind of just a flat, very standard concealer brush, nothing too special. I'm mixing a Cover FX liquid foundation, which I like for the coverage, of course, with a Stila water-based Aqua Glow Serum foundation. So this one is really interesting. The reason I mix them though is because I like the texture of the Stila foundation and I like the coverage of the Cover FX. And when I mix them, I find I get a nice result. So I'm using that big, huge, fluffy foundation brush from the brush kit. And I'm gonna be just sort of stippling the foundation onto my skin and then blending it. I really like this brush. This is different. Like, there's brushes like this on the market, but this one definitely stands out to me as very, very good. All right, next is concealer. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm. I like to brush it in kind of a triangle shape below my eye. All right, and now we're going to set our under eyes with a loose translucent powder, and then we're going to set the rest of our face with a pressed powder of your choice. I like to increase my coverage with my setting powder for the rest of my face because it does not matter what foundation I use or how heavy I put it on, I still feel like I could use more coverage. So I'm just setting that with my new flat top powder brush and my Chanel Matte Lumiere powder. Okay, now is pretty much the moment of truth. Contouring is what's going to create your new features, is absolutely the most important part of feminizing makeup. This is what we're going to use to create round shapes with the face we already have. It can be difficult when you're used to contouring in a way that creates sharp features. You want to do basically the very opposite. I'm starting with my nose and eye contour because I'm very particular about that. This is not necessarily a feminizing thing. It's just something that I really like to do with my face. I like to go back and blend the nose contour a little bit. This is the Kabuki brush from the set. Now this is an important feminization technique. When you're contouring your cheeks, you want to create a round shape, not a straight line. So instead of going straight back and forth, I'm actually going to start at the top of my ear, where my ear meets, my actual skull. Sweep down, going straight till about here. Okay, then I sweep up. So I'm creating basically down and straight. So it creates a rounder shape than your traditional contour. You may want to soften any contours as you're working. Just go back with your powder brush. Another very important part of feminizing contour is the jawline. If you want to reduce your jawline, you don't want to be going right on top of the jawline, but right below it. So if you open your mouth, that's where you want to contour, so that when your mouth is open, it doesn't look like there's a straight line there still, and when your mouth is closed, it doesn't look like there's a ledge, okay? So if we open our mouth and go right along there, Continuing down the softening of the features route, I'm going to be taking my bronzer on the same contour brush and just brushing that pretty much right on top of my contours and around the edge of my face. This also helps to bring warmth back into the skin, which is important after you've applied a full coverage foundation. The very last part of the skin that I feel helps to feminize it is giving it a glow. So you can achieve this through skincare and just having good genetics, right? But my skin right now is a bit fussy and I like to have more glow than it's giving me. So what I'm going to do, and this is intense, mind you, so you can use something a lot softer if you like less intense makeup, is I'm taking an illamasqua powder pigment. This is in the shade Beguile. It's basically a white glitter, okay? Taking that on the fan brush from the new kit and just stacking that right on my cheekbone, and you can see that right away. It's very strong, it's very intense. I like this fan brush because it's not super flimsy. Like, I feel like the pigment stays where I put it on the brush. To finish off the face, I like to use a bit of blush. This can be very important in rounding out features as well, so I like to go right on the apple of my cheek and brush straight outwards. So just dab and brush. And this way, it creates dimension, but it highlights the roundness of the cheek. If you don't have round cheeks, you may want to consider a different placement. So to start with the eyes, I'm going to be applying a little bit of Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I like the rose gold kind of colors that come in this palette. I'm starting with the shade Nooner, which is a mauvey brown crease color on this crease brush right here, this fluffy crease brush. And we're going to be applying that directly in the crease, back and forth, creating depth there, which makes our eyes look rounder and larger. And I'm going to blend this right into my nose contour at the front of my eye. For the lid, I'm going to be using a color called Dust, which is a very, very gentle pinky peach shiny color. Very cute, very feminine, soft color. And then just gently in the inner corner like so. And then as the brow bone highlight, I'm going to use a matte shade called Strange, because I feel like we have enough, shine happening on the eyelids and the cheekbones, so we're just going to bring a matte blending shade into the brow bone. For your eyebrows, do them however you normally like to. I would recommend a soft, round shape if you are trying to create rounder features. If you're trying to create sharper features, then by all means do as sharp of an arch as you so desire. This is a big one. Eyeliner can be stressful. Take your time with this, do whatever shape you want. For my face, to feminize it though, I like to lift my facial features, so I'm going to be doing a wing, both in the front and in the back, to create more angles. You do not have to do as many angles as I do on my eyes, but because my eyes are round, I want to sharpen them as like the opposite of the rest of my face. This intense eye makeup is totally optional. A lot of you might say that I look a lot softer without it. It's whatever you want, okay? I just know that this makes me feel a lot better. And my eyeliner runs all the way down my face. It's great, my favorite. I'm gonna let my eyes rest for a bit so that they can stop watering, because, that's just what they like to do. And I'm gonna do lipstick. So for lipstick, I'm using the MAC lipstick called Snob. Very soft pink. I guess it might be bright pink depending on your skin tone, but on my skin, it looks like a soft, gentle pink. And overlining them just makes them look ridiculous on my face. So if you have larger lips or more shapely lips, you may want to highlight those as a main feature instead of the eyes. So you could do this eyeshadow, for example, without the liner, just put on some mascara and then do like a nice dark purple lip or a nice burgundy lip, something like that. Something to contrast with your skin. But if you are like me and your lips are like this, like non-existent, then maybe focus on the eyes and keep the lips soft. Now for arguably the most important part of feminizing makeup, eyelashes. I like to use very intense eyelashes just like I like to do very intense eyeliner. If you are not comfortable doing that, then of course use something more delicate or none at all. You want to wait for them to get tacky before you smack them on, otherwise they're gonna fall right off. A lot of people would also say that these are not necessarily soft, but my femininity is not necessarily soft, so maybe my lashes don't have to be soft either. These lashes, by the way, are from Baby Bat Beauty, and I have trimmed the fronts of them so that they blend better with my lashes. Next, you want to curl your lashes and apply mascara. If you're wearing false lashes, you don't have to necessarily splurge on a really good mascara. Mascara on the lower lash line is totally optional, but I've been enjoying doing it lately, so I'm gonna do it today. I just started to clean a few of the brushes and I noticed that the bristles actually stay in very well. Normally when I clean any brush, even if I've cleaned it before, I find a bristle or two kind of pops out, but these had nothing, so that was great. If you are interested in getting this cruelty-free vegan 15-piece brush set for 70% off, remember to check the description box for a link and my coupon code MAKEUPSTEF so that you can enjoy these awesome brushes as well. Just for the record, it also comes with this extremely convenient roll-up brush case, which of course you can put your own brushes in if you want to, but I mean, it fits all of their brushes very well. Anyway, I digress. If you are interested in doing this kind of feminizing makeup, remember everybody's face is different, so try to tailor this to your own features. If you have sharper features, you want to round them out, possibly. If you have rounder features, you want to keep it as round as possible. But the bottom line is, you have to enjoy the way you look. So if this is not the kind of thing that's going to make you happy, then do something different. Thank you all so much for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you again very, very soon. Until next time, just remember, you are super cool. You've got this. You're gonna conquer the world. You're gonna kick the world's butt. You know, you're radical. You're awesome. I love you. Great. Yes. I love you so much. Bye. I was actually half a year on estrogen, and I feel like half a year is a pretty great milestone, so we're gonna celebrate it by talking a little bit more in depth than we normally do regarding my transition and HRT. Before I jump into the actual good stuff, I just want to clarify a few points. First thing being, not every trans person is going to experience hormone replacement therapy the same.